Hey there, welcome to Sensibly Cynical. Today's guest is Elise Stein. She is a rising R&B pop artist out of Nashville, Tennessee. She is a multi-talented performer. She does a little bit of acting, modeling, and of course singing. We had a great chat not too long ago. Her new single, titled High, was released on September 10th. Check it out right now. All right, joining me now, she is a singer-songwriter, YouTuber, model, and actress, Elise Stein. How are you doing tonight?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you for doing this.
Thank you guys so much for having me. I really appreciate being on the podcast today, and I'm excited to get into it.
Well, I see you have a variety of attributes. So what made you wanted to get into, singing?
Well, I think it started when I was maybe about like 4 or so, and I actually started with choir, and there was this Christmas concert that we were doing, and you had to audition to be one of the singing angels, and so I auditioned and I got to do that little part, and from there I was sort of hooked. And then a little bit later, when I was about 14, well, actually not 14, maybe about 17 or 16, I decided to be and join this trio girl singing group. And so from there, we did a lot of cool things. And after the group broke up, I decided to continue to release music. And so I am here.
So I looked at Spotify, and it says that your first song on there, Tattoo Lovin', came out in 2017. Is that the first song you really promoted?
Actually, I would kind of say that this current one that I am releasing, High, on September 10th, is the one that is really that I'm promoting now. So, the one that I put the most efforts into promoting.
Pretty cool, vibes. The purple and the camera work.
Yeah.
What was the strategy behind the video, or was it just something that was spontaneous?
Well, so actually, with the lyric video, so my brother actually one day I had FaceTimed him, and he was in his room setting up this cloud wall. I don't know if you've seen them from TikTok.
No, I'm not. I'm a little older than TikTok. I mean, I know what it is, but TikTok's not my thing.
Yeah, I understand. It's not everyone's thing. But he was setting up this cloud wall with the LED lights behind it, and so it kind of almost had this really cool lightning effect with the clouds, and so I was like, I really want to do something like that, or include that in a music video or something. And so me and my team sort of set up this cool-looking cloud wall, and, we tried to decide, what colors are going to look good with this, and we came to the decision on pink. Mm-hmm. But it was a really cool setup that we had going on, and it made me super excited to record it.
Wait. Do I got my colors mixed up? It was pink, not purple?
Well, it's kind of pink and purple.
Oh, okay, I'm about to say, I'm the one thing I was blessed in life was my vision. Maybe that's going now. I don't know.
Yeah.
It looked purple to me, but it was pinkish purple. That was cool. I really enjoyed that.
Well, thanks. I definitely like the concept and the idea of it, so I appreciate that you like it too.
Well, let's go back to the beginning. Where are you from?
I am from Nashville, Tennessee.
Oh, yeah.
Unicorn, because I was born and raised.
Awesome. Yeah, Music City.
Yes.
So I briefly mentioned the song earlier. What was the idea behind that Tattoo Lovin' song? Was it a relationship song? Was it just a song? Just you felt something felt right about it?
So, when I wrote that song, I think it was a time when I was in my first relationship ever. And you go through the ups and downs of a relationship, and sometimes the way that I was kind of describing the song is tattoo lovin'. Sometimes a tattoo is painful, but in the end, hopefully you love it. So with the relationship, sometimes it's like painful, or you go through the ups and downs, but at the end of the day, you'll always be there for each other.
Mm-hmm. And then you did a remix. I saw it was a couple years later. I like it was more of an upbeat style, right? You added a little bit to it.
Yeah, that one definitely like gives me like club vibes.
That's my sort of vibe. So I was jamming to it.
Yeah, I actually have like I actually did another remix for it, which I haven't released it yet because when I was planning to, it was like right in 2020 when the pandemic first hit. So I decided not to release it, but I don't know. I might still release it in the spring of next year.
So when did you really start taking it seriously, like your career?
Well, I took it pretty seriously whenever I got into the trio girl singing group. So we would do practice like maybe 2 times a week or 3 times a week. And so just getting into the routine of things, I feel like that was a time where it's like, hey, we want to really audition for some shows and release music and just see where we can kind of go with this thing. And so that was the point when I was taking it seriously. But as far as my own career, and just me as an artist, releasing my own singles, I would say on that first one with Tattoo Lovin', just, seeing how I can tell my own stories and release my music to the world.
Mm-hmm. What was the name of that group that you were in?
Lord, we actually changed our names, I think twice or something, and this was kind of a while ago, but I think the name of it was K Noel, I think.
Yeah.
I don't even remember. It's been so long.
No. I was just curious, We briefly mentioned, like, you talked about TikTok and stuff. So you have a YouTube channel? Talk about what you're doing on YouTube.
Well, on YouTube, I have done a few different things. So I actually did a 12 looks for fall or Thanksgiving, and that video surprisingly got it's almost up to 9,000 views or so.
Really?
And yeah, and then I also have done some makeup tutorials. I'm getting ready to revamp up my stuff on YouTube, so you have the lyric video, and also just I want people to sort of get to know me more as an artist. So I have my electronic press kit that will be coming out soon, so my fans can sort of see my journey as an artist.
Yeah, I like to ask this question to basically every artist that I've had on. I've had a lot on lately, and the answers have been varied. So what's your thoughts on the auto-tune thing as a whole?
Well, I mean, I don't see anything wrong with having a little bit of help with your voice, but obviously, I think everything in moderation. So if it's too much, then sometimes I feel like it can take away from it. But also, there's some vocal effects that you can use that can make a song sound really cool. So I think it's fun to play around with different sounds. For example, Britney Spears is someone who has so many cool sound effects and things going on in her music, which I personally love.
Yeah. So were you were big into Britney Spears back in the day?
Oh, I love Britney Spears. I love music videos, and one thing that I really love about her is her entertaining the crowd and just putting on a show.
Well, I'm old enough to remember when she first started, so yeah, that pretty much dates me. Oh, I'm not super old, but I remember her and Christina Aguilera and that whole it wasn't really a debate, but kind of it was either. Maybe I'm wrong on that, but when they first came out, it was either one or the other. They got comparisons right from the start.
Yeah, no, I actually did you see that there is a new I guess it's a documentary kind of, or so I'm not really sure of the terms of it, but they just released a new movie about Britney Spears on Netflix. So I think they were talking about that whole Christina versus Britney.
Yeah, well, yeah, I saw it as well. I mean, I didn't actually see it, but I saw that it's available on there, and that's on the to-do list.
Yes. I only watched I don't know, the first 20 minutes of it, but I have to finish it for sure.
Mm-hmm. So you do a little modeling and acting as well?
Yes, I do. Yes. And my agent, Mark, he is just so great, like so quick to respond to any text message you send them. And also just, being able to get the models in the right place at the right time and booking us. I've been so fortunate to be able to do music videos for people like Luke Bryan and his Light It Up music video, and have had the opportunity, actually, Cole Swindle. I actually just did a music video with him for his song Some Habits, which was released actually the same day as my single, and that was pretty cool. So yeah, just a lot of different people and connections through the blog agency. It's pretty awesome.
Mm-hmm. So are you an independent artist?
Yes, for sure.
Yeah, I guess that's probably freeing, right? You can go in a variety of directions,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, there's a whole debate versus, being an independent versus with a label. And so right now in my career, I'm independent, but it for sure does give me a lot of freedom. But with a label, I don't know. You have to kind of figure out like what type of contract they want to put you in. But I think that being with a label could be very beneficial, especially in terms of like marketing you as an artist and coming up with ideas on how your look and being able to market you might work.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so Nashville, huh? So got any good stories, or what did you do for fun growing up?
So where I live, it is right across from the lake, and so I have friends that also like lived on the lake, and so they had pontoon boats and jet skis, all this cool stuff, and so growing up, me and my friends would go like inner tubing, or I think it's called kneeboarding.
Yeah.
And all that stuff was like so much fun. I actually have this funny story. So my friends also had dirt bikes, and my parents did not want me to go on these dirt bikes at all. And one time we were going to gymnastics practice, which we did go there. But then there was a lunch break, and so we went back to my friend's house. And she was like, you want to go on the dirt bike? And of course, I could not resist. I was like, yes! And so we're riding down the road. I'm, holding on to her. And apparently, which I did not know this at the time, my mother passed me on the dirt bike. Yes. She didn't call me until a little bit. I think we actually ended up going back to the gymnastics studio, and so she called me and she was like, Elise, were you on a dirt bike today? I was like, must do. So yeah.
Yeah, I gotta.
In Nashville, right?
Yeah. What do you see? I guess the future. You're gonna put out an EP soon.
Yeah, I'm aiming to put one out probably by next summer. But I think I would want to release about 2 more singles, maybe 2 or 3, and then come out with my EP.
Mm-hmm. I know it says pop and R&B. Are you gonna keep with the same like genre? Change things up?
No, I think I want to keep it. Like, I really like influences like her and Cardi B, Aaliyah, Britney Spears. So that's kind of what genre that I'm trying to, go
Man, Aaliyah was so talented, It's just...
Yeah, she was.
This just
really
pains me.
Look up to her. Loved her music that she put out. And she's another one of those people that, like, really... with her music videos, like, just so entertaining.
You got any other artists that you kind of inspired by?
Ooh, yes. I really love Kalani.
Mm-hmm.
You know who that is?
I've heard the name.
Yeah, she has some really good music out that I love. There's Summer Walker. Let's see, Madison Beer right now, too. Like, I loved her last album that she put out. Sabrina Claudio. I even love Justin Bieber, Janae Aiko, and SZA.
Yeah, Justin Bieber. Yeah, he's one of those that he's not afraid to change things up. He keeps current.
Oh yeah, for sure.
He dove into that EDM scene, not the EDM, but like he's not afraid to use auto tune. He jumped right in.
Yeah, he had that one song. There was that one song where he was telling a story about how he like used his voice, and then oh my gosh, I can't even remember the name of the song.
Was it I don't know too much with Justin Bieber, but I know he released one not too long ago. Intentions, are you talking about that one?
No, it was called Where Are You Now That I Need You.
He's one of those like timeless kind of artists, you know? And
I agree.
Yeah.
Did you hear his he actually released like a gospel EP called Freedom?
You know,
and I was like, why isn't he promoting this one?
hey, Elise, if this makes the edit, you know, because I'm power of editing, people are going to give me crap for Justin Bieber talk. That's all right.
It's okay.
Were you wanting to expand, like, to the other coasts, or?
Yes. I would really love to go out to LA. I actually went there once, one summer not too long ago. Actually, it was a summer probably right before COVID hit. But I loved it. It was really beautiful out there, and like the weather was always perfect. And my hair was like thriving out there because the humidity is like way less than Nashville. Like here in Nashville, my hair is like never ever wants to work right. But,
yeah. So you just expand as much as you can, but you don't want to expand too much too quick, though, right? I mean, isn't that a fine line?
I would say so. Like I think we have to work to where we want to get to eventually. And so right now at this moment, I wouldn't move out to LA, but in the future, yes, I do plan.
You got your hand in a lot of jars, huh? It keeps you busy.
Yes, I'm definitely one of those people, like, I'd rather be busy than just, like, kind of floating there. Because I'm like, I'm not doing anything with my life. But it's even if you aren't doing it too much, like, it's nice to just have some time to, like, relax and, just get to know yourself. So.
You were talking about TikTok. Are you, like, really into that? Do you have your own TikTok channel?
Oh, Lord. Oh, I'm about to be exposed. No. No, I do have my own TikTok. It's the same as all my other social media platforms, at Elise Stein Music, and I do like a lot of different things on my TikTok channel. But I mean, I do some singing stuff. Like a lot of people say, did you ever watch All American?
Yes, I love that show.
Okay, so a lot of people think that I look like her name is like Layla.
Yep, I know exactly who that is.
Yeah, a lot of people think that I look like her, so sometimes I'll like do the fake like little acting bits from her stuff. So yeah, it's a lot of cringe stuff on TikTok, and I am a part of that. So yes.
Yeah, what do you think it is about TikTok that made it like so popular?
I mean, there's just like a lot of funny stuff that you can watch on there, and then too, like in terms of the time, so like just being able to like kind of quickly scroll through stuff and like watch a short clip of something, because YouTube I feel like is much longer. You have a much longer time to do it, but I think it just kind of depends because with the world that we're kind of living in right now, everything is like fast paced and like people don't really want to take too much time to like look at stuff, or like maybe their attention span just, we're always constantly going. So I think like the shorter aspect of things, and then people's content, like I think that's what makes it popular is the people.
Yeah, well, I'm behind. I just now got into Instagram Reels.
Wait a minute. So you're telling me you went to Instagram Reels before you did TikTok?
Yeah, well, I'm too old. Like I'm not saying yet. I'm too old to be on TikTok.
No.
I'm 34. I'm 34.
There are people that are much older than that are on TikTok, so I don't really want to hear it.
You saying there's a lot of millennials on there?
I mean, yes, there's for sure a lot of millennials. I mean, I feel like Gen Z right now is kind of running the game, but like millennials are on there, even people that are older than millennials. So,
really?
Yeah.
I feel like it did get that shift where it's become kind of it's always been a comedic thing, but I feel like it's more of a comedy thing too. Comedians are getting on it.
Yeah, for sure. Like, and too, like with your For You page, it's gonna be catered to what you like. So if you like comedy stuff, then that's probably what's gonna be on there.
So yeah, so you did that, and so it says actress. So what do you What kind of acting do you do?
I feel like acting and modeling, they're not the same, but like it kind of falls under the same kind of category because, like for example, like with some of the music videos that I've been in,
Okay.
that is kind of like a featured extra or featured actor or actress role. So, yeah, that's kind of the extent of that.
Yeah.
So same sphere.
Were you wanting to expand on that eventually?
I mean, if my career permits me to do that, then yes. Like, at one time I wanted to be on Disney when Selena Gomez and all the
Yeah.
Demi Lovato, you know, when they were all in there. But it's kind of interesting though to see like if you're on a TV show like Disney or Nickelodeon, like how that kind of helps you as an artist when you switch to being like a music artist. If you notice.
Yeah. When I was a kid, like I was more into like Nickelodeon stuff than Disney, but
I mean, I liked both of them. I feel like so. My older brother, he always loved like Cartoon Network, you know.
yeah.
So MySpace, right?
I did have a MySpace. I'm old enough for that.
I think when MySpace first came out, I was not old enough to be on there. But I think at that time, like that was when like you know stuff was starting to first come out like that, and so
yeah, I think that's when I got one. Like, well, I got a couple girlfriends through MySpace. That's how I remember it. People use MySpace to get relationships. At least that's what it was.
I honestly, I can't even like because I don't think as a child I was like, oh yeah, let me change my age limit on here.
Well, I think it got popular because people could change their song. Like you could have your own personal song on there. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the kind of like the main thing I remember about it is like you could have your own song on there.
And it was a battle to see who'd be on their top 8. You'd have a top 8, and people would get into a legit fight over not being on their friend's top 8.
See, I don't remember that part. Like, well, I knew just like kind of hearing about that because like
yeah, you had a top 8 that you could rotate if you wanted to.
Wow, that would definitely cause a lot of fights.
She was in my top 8 and I wasn't.
I was like, I thought I was your best friend.
I'm not even in your top 8. Like we're doing. Are you like doing some sort of draft? Like I don't know. It was funny, but no. Like so, I would just make it random to avoid any of that. You know what I mean? A lot of people would do that. Make it random, so there would be no
like, option to do that, or did you like have to like randomly pick?
No, I would randomly pick people. Actually, I think there may. I'm not 100% sure. I think there was maybe an option to have it randomized, and then you could like customize it. But yeah, like back in the day, man, like MySpace was the jam. And then it's still around. I think as a music, it's still around.
Really?
Yeah, Justin Timberlake bought it. Justin Timberlake bought it out.
I didn't know this.
Yeah, you should look into it. A lot of artists are on there.
I didn't know this. I will have to like go and recheck MySpace out.
You're like, this MySpace talk on this random podcast. Let me look into that.
Yeah, I will.
What is it about like singing that you like so much? Like, what is it? What keeps you going?
I would say trying to spread a message. Because there are some songs that I haven't released yet, but like I want to sort of, you know, get more into deeper topics and have that message like so that people kind of don't feel alone. So yeah, just the lyrics and like writing a message that people can relate to that, you know, if they don't, just making them not feel alone or like better in general.
Do you get messages from some people about your songs?
I do. I actually had one person just the other day that messaged me and they were like, I'm in Starbucks right now and your song is like on repeat in my head and like amazing, you know? So, I don't know. I think, you know, eventually when I release more music, I hope people can sort of see the bigger picture of like kind of what I would like to relay.
You were kind of just talking about message, but do you have any other words for people that are just starting out? Like, I know the social media era is it's different, just different than it was back in the day. So do you have any tips for someone just starting out?
Well, I would say to never give up. Like, this type of thing usually doesn't just happen overnight. And even for the people that it does seem like it happens for overnight, like, they were probably still doing music, like, way before that. So don't ever give up on your dreams. Keep pushing. Like, it might take some time, but if you keep on going, you will eventually find your way.
Are you performing? Have you performed in places lately, or?
Well, I don't think I have performed in locally since before the pandemic.
Right.
But I had performed at like Belcourt Taps, and then I even had a performance. I think that was in 2017 for it was at Exit In, and I was opening for Raquan from the Wu-Tang Clan.
Really?
Yeah, and that was an awesome experience. Like sometimes, luck happens, and it's like you get to do things that you never thought, you would do, and it's great sometimes.
How has the pandemic changed your career?
Well, mask, for sure. Number one is mask, and like how you communicate with people, not just like musically, but like with tours and stuff like that. Like right now, I think tours are like just now starting to like pop back up, but it's like when are they gonna, officially kind of go back into gear? And then like with social media, like I feel like your social media game has to be so strong right now. But I don't know, like I feel like going back to TikTok, I feel like TikTok is like kind of taking over the internet.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I just need to get started then. I'm way behind.
Yeah, you gotta get on it, and you gotta do something to make you go viral.
No, I'm a little slow on that game. But this has been really, really fun, and I'm glad that we could connect tonight.
Me too. I think it's been fun too, talking about all these different things like MySpace and TikTok and everything.
Yeah, you're keeping me young,
Yeah, we all need that younger person than whatever age we're at.
And then I can tell you about the good old days,
Yeah. We can bridge the gap.
This is a fun question that I like to ask people. So, do you believe in like the paranormal activity stuff? Like, are you into those like horror movies?
Don't get me started.
What? I don't know what I'm getting into when I'm not. It's just a question. You can hold on, Elise. You can plead the fifth and move. We can move on to a different question.
No, I think ghosts are real, 100%.
Really?
Yes.
That's awesome.
100%.
Care to elaborate?
No, I'm good.
Oh, for real? Okay. Yeah, we don't have to.
I'm just kidding. But I don't know, like going back to like TikTok, like there's so many videos on there about like first off, you have mediums who are like communicating with people that are dead, and it can come off as real to some people, and I guess fake to others. But
what's your favorite?
I mean, Insidious is pretty scary, but like, well, I feel like the first Insidious movie was pretty scary, and like, I don't know, like I've watched that one, but then the third one, I think I actually went to go to see it in the movie theater, and I don't know.
I don't know. That's a good response to that. Yeah.
Yes, I was that person in the movie theater that was like, "What in the world? Like that doesn't make sense. Like what? Have you seen the Netflix show You?"
I've seen it. Like I said, I have a stack of stuff I gotta watch. But hopefully, I guess I don't know if I'm gonna see if I put out that Instagram request, and it depends if I get denied or not.
Well, you want to get denied because my Instagram is not private. So, but the follow back is what we have to.
Oh yeah, I know. That's the thing about it is whether you get followed back. I think that's the new, like, I'm not going to keep going back in the day, but that's the thing now is if the follow back.
Yeah, that's like, what you got to worry about.
It's the ones that are really valuable are the ones that have like they have 10,000 followers, but they only follow like 1,000.
Yeah,
those are the people that you want.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like it's like the MySpace thing. That's like the new version of MySpace is the top 8. Instagram is the follow back.
Yes.
Elise, where can people find your stuff?
Well, people can find me at Elise Stein Music on all social media platforms. I also have a website. They can find me on www.elisestein.com. And my new song High is out on all streaming platforms, so they can find it there.
Awesome. This has been a great time, and thank you for joining me.
Thank you so much for having me. We had such great conversations, and I can't wait to go back and listen.
Let's keep in touch, okay?
Yes, for sure.
All right. Have a good night.
You too.
All right. Bye. That was awesome. I got a TikTok lesson from the one and only Elise Stein. Once again, I want to thank her for coming on the podcast today, and I want to thank you for listening to another episode of Sensibly Cynical. Please subscribe to the podcast wherever you get them. Follow us on Instagram at Sensibly Cynical Pod, Twitter at Cynical Sensibly. You can check out our Facebook group. Also, subscribe to us on YouTube. I'm going to start doing a lot more videos. Well, videos in general. I have stickers lined up, but most importantly, next week I will be posting the Cynical Clip Show, which is a collection of awesome clips, sound bites, if you will, from episodes 101 to current day. And in the works is the Halloween special. I will be talking to Fear Innes about the Paranormal Activity movies. I will be talking with Josh from the Still Loading podcast about Manhunt. And of course, Hunter Block about zombies. Let's get to the results of this week's Instagram trivia question. I posted a picture from a 2011 Jake Gyllenhaal sci-action movie. The correct answer was Source Code. The Good, the Pod, and the Ugly got it right. You can check them out. The Good, the Pod, and the Ugly.buzzsprout.com. Take it easy, guys. Later.